How do you find morphemes in irregular words? Imagine trying to solve a puzzle where some pieces don't fit the usual shapes. That's what it's like when you look at irregular words and try to find their smallest parts of meaning. Morphemes are the building blocks of words. They can be whole words or parts like prefixes and suffixes. Regular words follow patterns, so spotting these parts is straightforward. But irregular words don't follow those patterns, making it trickier. To find morphemes in irregular words, start by thinking about what the word means. Even if the spelling looks strange, see if any parts seem familiar. For example, in the word children, the ending "ren" doesn't match the usual plurals, but it still shows more than one child. Recognize roots, prefixes, or suffixes you know. For instance, went is the past tense of go, but it doesn't use the regular ed ending. Instead, the whole word went is a single morpheme that indicates past tense. Next, consider the history and origin of the word. Many irregular words come from old forms of English or other languages. Knowing that oxen comes from Old English helps you see why it doesn't follow modern rules. Sometimes, understanding where the word comes from makes it easier to see its structure. Then check if you can break the word into parts without losing its meaning. If removing a part leaves a word that no longer makes sense, that part is likely a bound morpheme. For example, in unhappy, un is a bound prefix meaning not, and happy is a free morpheme. If you take away un, the word happy still makes sense. But if you try to split mouse into smaller parts, it doesn't break down further in modern English because it's a single morpheme. Finally, test your analysis by using the word in a sentence. If each part contributes to the overall meaning, you've probably found a morpheme. For example, the mice found cheese in the kitchen. Here, mice is the plural form of mouse, which comes from Old English. The vowel change shows a different morpheme indicating plural, even though it looks irregular today. When explaining irregular words, start with their meaning, then look for familiar parts or roots. Share their origin stories to help viewers understand why the words are irregular. Use the word in a sentence to show how it functions. If the word can't be broken down into smaller, meaningful parts today, explain that it's a single morpheme now, even if it had more parts in the past. Finding morphemes in irregular words is about understanding their history, meaning, and structure. Not all irregular words split neatly, but knowing their background helps clarify their makeup. This approach helps build vocabulary and makes it easier to understand how words evolve over time.